Happy New Year! I cannot believe we're already into 2026 because 2025 flew by. I hope your guys' holiday season was great because for me, that flew by as well. I feel like I put the Christmas tree up and then I took it right back down and here we are, already into a new year. I thought today's video would be great if we did a little recap of my 2025 and then I moved into my goals for 2026. So let's get into it. Starting out last year in January, we started off the year celebrating the new year, obviously, aka half asleep because we're getting older and we don't stay up that late, okay? We watch the ball drop and then we shut the light out and go to bed. That's just how it works. But we celebrated DC's birthday in January, which was a lot of fun. Got some food out. I can't even remember where we ate at for his birthday. I just love celebrating birthdays. I think it's so much fun. Everyone's like, well, you get older, and it's like, yeah, but it's kind of like a holiday in other eyes. Anyways, in the winter months, I stayed cozy. I made a lot of coffee at home. I went shopping. I just kind of hung out because it's all cold and gross outside. Like, what are we gonna do? Moving into February, you know, the month of love and Valentine's Day, I went out for a yummy steak dinner for Valentine's Day with DC. I hosted a Valentine's themed baby shower, which was a lot of fun. I had a friend over and we made some like heart-shaped pizzas and had a little girls' day. So that month was fun, just celebrating the day of love. Moving into March, we kicked off our travels. Well, I can't say we both did, but I did. I took a little girls trip down to Florida with my mom and sister. My aunt and uncle have a house down there and it was the first time we got to see it. So we went to visit them and they kind of showed us around. We went and got yummy coffee, we went to the beach, and it was just so much fun. And warm weather, of course, because we're still in winter. Moving into springtime, I feel like from March to May, it's just like up and down, especially here in Indiana. The weather is just all over the place. Some days you can go outside and it's really warm, and other days it's so cold and gross, and all you want to do is stay inside. I didn't really do much eventful anything during that time. It was just more like hang out, work out, stay around the house, go to work, you know. Moving on to May, we get into more travel. It was our big Asia trip that DC and I took, and that was a lot of fun. We went to 4 different countries. We started in Indonesia, went to Thailand. From Thailand, we went to South Korea, and then from South Korea, we went to Singapore. And that was so much fun. We were gone almost 3 weeks, which is absolutely insane to me. I get to experience all the different types of culture. There's nothing like it. If I'm gonna fly all the way over there, I'm gonna do a long, big, multi-destinational trip, and I highly recommend other people do that too. Like, you just gotta experience the world. Overall, that trip was so much fun. We got home from that, and then in June, around the same time as that, I actually left my job. I worked as a CT tech in a hospital. I left it to do the same job, but outpatient, if that makes sense. So I had a little job transition during that time. And then in June, we took a family vacation with my family. We went up to St. Joe, Michigan. That was fun, you know, lake life, small town vibes, and it's just chill. Super chill, a little chaotic because, you know, the fam's all together. Gets chaotic. From there, I took a trip to California with my friend. Her family's from there, so we went out to visit them. But we started down in LA and then drove up the coast. She drove up the coast. You won't catch me on those 1,000-lane highways driving, but she was wonderful. Drove the whole time. We got to visit some little beach towns and it was just a good time. Super chill. We went and found cute coffee shops and I felt like did all the girly things. We even visited Yosemite for a hot minute. Got to see the giant sequoia trees and I got to see her family home. So that was a lot of fun. That was a short and sweet trip, but 10 out of 10. Then in July, I feel like a monumental moment is we got a new car. My car was finally giving out, so it was time. Very happy with our choice, but I had to document it because Olive, welcome to the family, Olive. We got a Volkswagen SUV and she hasn't let us down yet. Absolutely love her. Later in July, I took a little trip down to Mammoth Cave in Kentucky with one of my friends. I didn't even realize Mammoth Cave was a national park, which sounds kind of dumb, I guess. But it was awesome. We did a couple cave tours. We had a little A-frame Airbnb cabin. It was so cute. Another chill, fun little trip. The little trips sprinkled here and there with the cute coffee dates and shopping or just hiking or doing whatever. Like, those are what I live for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the big international trips. Sometimes they wear you out. Sometimes you need to like chillax a little bit and hang out. And that is what that trip was. September rolled around, well, sorry, August. August was uneventful, didn't do a whole lot. So then September rolls around. I turned 28. I had my birthday. I'm a September girl. I'm a Virgo. I actually worked on my birthday, so nothing too eventful happened. But I did go out on a special dinner with DC and it was fun. October rolls around. I'm an auntie. My little nephew was born beginning of October, so that was so fun. That was a big family milestone. First grandchild in the family, and I'm a first time aunt to a little cutie. We're cruising into fall about that time, so did all the fall cozy things, you know, got the coffees, decorated for fall. November, we actually had a trip out to Texas. Our friends eloped and they had their wedding reception in November. We decided, you know, since we're flying down to Texas, let's piggyback a trip off of it, might as well. So we tacked on Turks and Caicos, which we've never been. We rented an Airbnb there and a car. And so after we got done in Austin, we flew out there and it was just a really relaxing, chill vacation. Hung out at our Airbnb, drove to different beaches, absolutely beautiful. It was a nice, relaxing, cozy vacation. Then we came back here. I did host a Friendsgiving in November, which was a lot of fun to have everyone over, and we celebrated Thanksgiving with our families. Same thing moving into December. It was just relaxing, cozy at home vibe. I decorated the house like a Hallmark Christmas movie and celebrated Christmas with mine and DC's family. That is how we ended the year out. On top of all the things I just recapped, I wanted a little separate categories for home renos and health. I know I talked about wanting to renovate the house a little bit more, and thankfully we were able to do a lot of that this past year, which I'm so happy about. I started with our entryway first. I did an accent wall. We got a new entry table and it just looks so nice now. Also, by the entryway leading into my office, there's a doorway. I made it into an arch. Oh my gosh, that was a whole thing. I'm not even kidding you. It took way longer than I intended. I made mistakes. I learned a lot, and I don't know if I ever would want to do an arch ever again. My office, I lime washed the walls. I'm sitting in my office right now, if you didn't know. I lime washed the walls. That was a pain in the butt. Think before you decide on that one too. Turned out so nice and cozy in here. I love it. I got some more furniture, a desk, a rug. We're really working in here now, okay? I have a space to edit and do all my things. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. Our half bath, I renovated that. I did a half wall. I wanted to originally do some wallpaper in there. I knew it was gonna be expensive and I didn't believe in myself to fully do it. So I actually ended up stenciling wall art on the wall with the paint that I did the accent wall in. Turned out gorgeous. I'm so happy I did that. And then the really big thing we did was install new flooring throughout the house. We did not do that. We actually hired people to do this and painted all the walls. When we moved in this house, it was all millennial gray, cold, and just not warm and inviting. Our goal was to really warm it up this past year, and that's exactly what we did. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's all warm and cozy now. Aside from all the home renos, I wanted to talk a little bit about like the health category, I guess you could put it in, but I've been struggling with acne for literally years now. And I feel like 2025, we're going into a breakthrough year. I don't know if we're gonna get there in 2026, but I'm very hopeful. I've been trial and erroring a lot of different things this past year, whether it's supplements or cutting certain things. And I feel like I'm getting closer to figuring my acne and rosacea issues out, and same with my hair issues, but we'll see how that goes. Time to move on. Let's talk about the year that we're in, 2026. My goals for this year, starting off with social media, because, well, here we are today. Last year, I feel like I set unachievable goals for social media for myself, and I did talk about my YouTube goals in my last New Year's resolution video. I am going to set my goals at an achievable level this year, because there's nothing more defeating when you set a goal for yourself and then you fail. So let's not do that this year. So my goals for social media, I think I did 2 long form videos a month last year and I was doing okay, and then it went downhill from there. This year I'm gonna do 1 a month. I feel like that is very achievable for me. I'm gonna leave it at that. I wanna put more focus towards YouTube in general because YouTube has a special place in my heart. I love watching content, other people's content on YouTube. It actually makes me happy over a lot of short form content. And so that's what I want to put out for other people, is something for them to watch and like. So I do wanna put more focus on YouTube, including YouTube Shorts, because I feel like I have not been great at putting YouTube Shorts out. I was very consistent with TikTok this past year and growing my TikTok account. I do want to stay fairly consistent with that as well, but again, I feel like I put so much attention towards that, I didn't focus some on YouTube. It took away from it. So we're gonna have to find the balance in 2026 as far as that goes. Another thing I want to do is restrict spending a little bit. I don't need to just go out and buy stuff randomly. And that one's gonna be a hard thing for me, but I think shifting my mindset a little bit, like if you want this, you're gonna need to work for it. Whether you need to sell something else that you have that you don't use or wear, either that or like you need to go pick an extra shift up at work. You need to do something. And if you don't want to do those things for this item, maybe you don't need it. I think shifting my mindset to that will help. Right now we are doing dry January, so only the necessities this month, no extra spending. You're making everything at home, you're cooking at home, you're getting coffee at home. Another goal for 2026 is patience. I don't know if this is in my past YouTube video, but I want it to be in this year's video. I just feel like there's always room to grow some patience in this world, and mine hopefully will be in 2026. I really do want to grow some patience, okay? I need to take a chill pill, should we say, on certain things, because I don't know, it's the girl in me. I get set off by little things, and sometimes you just need to take a moment of silence. And then last but not least, work out consistently. I don't know if I talked about this in my last video, but obviously I want to stay consistent with working out. I did a very good job last year working out, and I owe tribute to the format because that's what I've been using, and I am now one of their newest community leads, which I'm so excited about. Can't wait to get other people involved with this app because it has made such an impact on me. The thing about it is I feel very well rounded when it comes to my physical health because of this app, because not only have I been able to use it for workouts, I've also been using it for meditation, which I'm obsessed with, and nutrition as well. They have a lot of good recipes on there I've got a chance to try out this past year. Honestly, when you're in a pinch and don't know what to cook for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, they have recipes in the app, which is so nice. So I'll just throw one of those in there. But anyways, we're gonna end out on that note. Let me know down below if you had any happy, sad, big, little moments of 2025. I would love to hear about them. And then what are your goals for 2026? Everyone calls them resolutions. I like to use the word goals. And of course, if you liked today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you can see my future videos, because I am so excited for the year. With all that being said, I will see you next time. Bye.